All right, party peoples of the interwebs, if you find me calling people the scum of the earth a little more often than normal these days, it's because a lot more people than normal
are the scum of the earth.
Viva Frei, former Montreal litigator turned current Florida rumbler, in my home office, and I was going to do a vlog summarizing the most amazing interview you will ever see on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan interviewing Donald Trump yesterday, 3-hour marathon of an unscripted, sometimes meandering, amazing, insightful interview. It would be amazing if all politicians sat down for 3 hours to have an open conversation with someone. I would love to see Kamala Harris try to sit down for 3 hours and have a coherent conversation. Kamala, you should probably do it. Don't be a chicken. Do it. I was going to put together my highlights of that interview, and I probably still will, but then I was scrolling through Twitter today and I came across a photo of Kamala Harris working at McDonald's. Now, spoiler alert, this picture is a doctored photograph, but a bunch of people out there, the scum of the earth idiots who have smooth brains like you've never seen, they went nuts. Look at this, people. Proof that Kamala Harris worked at McDonald's. A picture, a seemingly vintage picture of Kamala Harris wearing a McDonald's uniform. The problem is that it was a fake photo. Now, confirmation bias is a hell of a drug. When you're looking for that which confirms what you already believe, you will believe just about anything, much like those smooth-brained Kamala Harris sycophants who are so desperate to believe the lie that Kamala Harris worked at McDonald's that they will believe evidence that doesn't even come from the Kamala Harris campaign itself. Now, I'm sitting in a car, I'm scrolling through, and I see this picture, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is this the actual evidence that Kamala Harris did not lie about working at McDonald's? And I'm saying, all right, it's curious. Why would it not be the Kamala Harris campaign that's sharing this evidence? That should be question number one for you idiots who fell hook, line, and sinker for this lie. But who knows? Maybe it wasn't the Kamala Harris campaign that released it. It was a friend. I don't know. But then I go and look into the factual matters of this photograph. Like, is that the actual uniform from the time period in which Kamala Harris is alleged to have worked at McDonald's? And this is how my thought process works. Question number one, why was it not the Kamala Harris campaign that shared this photograph? But then I'm saying maybe it was someone else who retweeted it and it got lost on the internet. I didn't go to Kamala Harris's page to see if she originally tweeted it, but that was my first question. Then my second question is doing something of a due diligence, and here are the screen grabs from my research at the time because I had questions and I asked those questions. Here's the picture of Kamala Harris. Kind of looks like it might be superimposed on another picture. Those don't really look like her arms. All right, fine, but that's the uniform. Then I go Googling on the interwebs and I see a uniform from 1976, McDonald's female employee blue uniform, scarce vintage, for sale on eBay. I look at the logo, I look at the buttons, and yes, that seems to be a match, but then things get interesting. And then I do what most people on the internet should do, and sometimes what I don't do myself. I sit and wait and let the aggregate knowledge of the interwebs determine whether or not this is truth or a dirty, dirty lie coming from the Kamala Harris sycophants. Now, what's particularly obnoxious about this is that they tweet out this lie to demonize the right, to demonize MAGA, to demonize Trump supporters, and they say, does this satisfy you, MAGA cult members? You're in a cult. Here's the evidence. Now you can shut up. People were doing victory laps on the internet, not realizing that they were the ones sharing disinformation. Or maybe they did understand that they were sharing disinformation, but in the dirty game of politics, it's almost worth the W to spread the lie in the first place, because by the time the lie is corrected, it's been passed around enough, and some people are always going to believe, my goodness, I saw the evidence of Kamala Harris having worked at McDonald's. And then some people are taking their victory laps a little too hard because it becomes clear that this was a doctored image, but it's even grosser than that if you can believe it. The red-headed libertarian at TRHL official tweeted this, incredible, and then we see an image coming from John Collins with a tweet that says, she looks familiar. And then you'll notice in the picture on the right, it's from a website called reaganfamily.ca. And then if you go to that page, you see the Susan Bernier Memorial page. And if you click on that page, you see Susan Bernier, September 1964 to May 2007. And then if you scroll down, you see the growing years. And if you click on the growing years, you see a picture of Susan Bernier, which is the original photograph, McDonald's swing manager. These mother effers, scum of the earth, actually went to a Canadian woman's obituary page who died of cancer, ripped a photo of her wearing the McDonald's uniform so they could then alter that photo to put Kamala Harris's face on it and then post it to the internet so they could take a victory lap while accusing MAGA of being the ones who are in a cult. Surprise break time for a word from our sponsor. Natural disasters are the new reality, folks. From the Maui fires to Hurricane Helene, we are seeing catastrophic disasters take out entire towns in 24 hours time with minimal warning, resulting in lack of basic resources. I get it, we're wired to think it won't happen here, and then in a blink of an eye, it happens here. The wellness company's emergency kits completely completely remove the gatekeeper and subside panic by providing you with personalized mini pharmacy in the convenience of your own home. Bacterial infections, staph, bite wounds, UTIs, strep throat, respiratory illnesses, you are no longer at the mercy of someone else to help you. You keep a fire extinguisher handy in case of a fire. It's probably a good idea to have some basic medicines in a safe place in the event that you need them. Same mindset, different product. Getting an emergency kit is fully digital, all from the convenience of your couch. You fill out an intake form, a pharmacist reviews and approves it, then you receive the kit in about 2 weeks. The medical board approved guidebook crafted by Dr. Peter McCullough tells you exactly what to do. This is preparedness simplified. Invest in your own protection. Go to twc.health/Viva and use promo code Viva for $30 off and free shipping. And remember, kits are only available in the United States. And now back to the vlog. I call people scum of the earth, and maybe I should adopt my grandmother's maxim of if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But I don't know what else you can call people who would do such a disgusting, vile thing. And I don't think I'm at the point now of not saying anything at all. Right now, I'm at the point of putting them on blast because they should feel ashamed for what they're doing. The only problem is you can't feel shame if you have no pride. Which brings us back to John Collins, Kamala Harris propagandist extraordinaire, his tweet where he thought he had the big W. John Collins at logically_JC, she looks familiar. But you won't find that tweet anymore because that post has been deleted. These are the people who want to censor the internet for misinformation and disinformation. These are the people who call Donald Trump a liar. These are the worst people on earth who would exploit a dead woman for cheap political victories. And I tweeted out at John Collins asking him politely why he deleted that tweet.
I'm just kidding. It was not polite at all.
Hey, at logically_JC, why did you delete this tweet? Is it because you're an idiot who shared a fake photo thinking it proved that Kamala Harris didn't lie about working at McDonald's, but you in fact shared a doctored image that was scraped from the obituary of a Canadian woman who died from cancer? Is that why you deleted your tweet? What does it feel like to be a piece of human trash? How about an apology? Now, in fairness, this does happen even to the best of us. The thing is, you have to take a step back and say, how did I allow this to happen to me? If there were a photograph of Kamala Harris working at McDonald's, ask yourself the first and most simple question, why would Kamala Harris or her campaign not be the ones sharing it? And it highlights also the value of measuring your words when you're not 1000% certain. You say, hey guys, did you see this? Do you have anything to say about this? So at least you leave the door open a crack of maybe walking it back if you actually have made a mistake. But no, they're just going to go delete their tweets and pretend that they were never actually the scum of the earth when there is evidence that they are in fact the scum of the earth because the internet is forever. Now, by the way, have you shared and subscribed and turned on notifications? Shared. Have you subscribed and turned on notifications and dropped a comment? You can share if you want as well. Viva Frei on Rumble. You can go to vivafrei.com to get some merch. vivabarneslaw.locals.com if you want the best above average law community out there. And Sunday night's show, it's coming up, people. Viva and Barnes Law for the people. Most importantly, just take a step back, take a deep breath, make sure you're not making a mistake, and make sure you're not peddling misinformation and disinformation. But most importantly, exercise, eat healthy, sunlight, talk to people in real life, and now you know your vlog. Peace out, peeps. Booyah!
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.